you know, with golf, when dudes are taking too long on the hole in front of you, I've been in part of groups, and there's a lot of drinking in golf as well, and guys get mean. They're like, get the fuck off the green in front of us or whatever. With disc golf, it's everybody's like high-fiving.
Never seen that happen. It's always like, you want to play through? I'm going to roll it up. Yeah, you guys go ahead. Yeah. Totally. It's all love.
Love it.
All love.
Leaf Life.
With 4 million people playing this hybrid sport daily, this fringe activity has grown so massive in popularity that it can't be ignored. So what about it is so enticing, and how much fun is it to fly high? This is disc golf.
Let's give it a whirl.
Proper.
Our first segment, still a subculture? And our second segment, slinging weed. But before we get educated, we got to get medicated, so let's get stoned. Yeah!
And again.
Wherever your days led you, now it's time to fire up, chew up, drink up, get in the mood, because we're going to introduce this show's Greg the Guinea Pig.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Greg the Guinea Pig. Who's our guest this week?
Greg the Guinea Pig warning. These tasks are undertaken by experienced cannabis users and under the supervision of accredited professionals. So please take our advice and definitely try this at home.
Or at work, or wherever you use cannabis. Steve Olson, or on the disc golf course, is a co-owner at CANNA Organics, which is a cannabis farm on the Washington Peninsula, the Olympic Peninsula, and he started playing disc golf 25 years ago. Steve, welcome to the Leaf Life Podcast.
Thank
brother.
you. Appreciate being here.
And your brother is played pro a little bit, right?
Yeah. That's who got me going. Definitely. It's
It's
where
a
the fever started.
family
Yeah,
affair. It's always the brother that, you know, gets you into some kind of sport or whatever.
For sure.
All right, bro, let's get you baked, man, and spin AJ's wheel to see what's in AJ's stash.
This is a thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now, what's in AJ's stash?
All right, AJ, unzip that zipper and pull out whatever's in that bag.
More like pop that top and pull out whatever's in that stash.
There you go.
Run it.
My guy, we've got Washington Bud Company.
That's what I thought. Yep.
Got some fire Skymaster joints. We had the beautiful honor of interviewing Sean Dene, owner of Washington Bud Company. She is such an incredible advocate for our plant, y'all.
Skymaster. What's the genetics on it?
So the Skymaster, let's see. It's going to be, actually we don't have the genetics, but it's like a throwback. She's had this one since like 2012 in her garden.
Cool.
So I do you know the genetics on that one, Wes?
I don't, but I know it's like
might be Albert Skywalker.
Uplifting, but very stony.
Luke Skywalker.
I'm thinking Skywalker OG.
Skywalker OG,
Yeah, lineage is somewhere in there.
Skywalker and maybe Master Kush.
That's
Master
what
Kush.
I was
That's my
hoping,
guess.
honestly.
That's what
Yeah,
it sounds like.
Master
yeah.
Kush,
Yeah.
Skywalker OG.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fun names are
After me,
cool, but I
Fred.
like the names that let you know what it is, too.
Steve's a cool looking dude, man. He's got a mullet, by the way. He's PNW blonde, kind of like Nordic blonde.
This is definitely like the last frontier for the hair, I guarantee.
Like
It's
back in
beautiful.
Well,
The
thank
last
you.
frontier.
Thank you. Well, shit, 10 years plus in 502. I'm 41. I got a 5-year-old, another one on the way. It's going away sometime here for sure.
Wow.
Well, of course.
Rocking it.
Listen,
That's what I'm
brother.
saying. Make it
Old
good
mullets
while you
don't
can.
die.
Yes.
They just turn into skullets.
I'm down for that too. That's where it started. I did the skullet first, and then this just happened.
The skull is where you shave the head, but you just have the back
Yep.
mullet, so
All
it's
day.
just
All day.
party in the back.
Yep.
There's no business up front. It's all party. All right, brother. There's that Washington Bud Co. tasty herb
How does
getting
it
burned.
smoke for you?
Smooth, first and foremost, smooth. That's really what it all comes down to.
They're
for me.
they're definitely old school. They've been
Totally.
growing a
All
long
the
time.
way.
Totally.
So now, let's talk about disc golf, bro.
Okay,
Is
yeah.
it still a subculture? It's gotten very popular. You know, I was at the Creed show over the summer, and I told this story before too. And I was backstage, and some dudes came and sat next to me. I was smoking a Paris joint out of California, and they had Innovo shirts on.
Yep.
And I said, "Is that a disc golf company?" "Yeah, you know it?" I said, "Yeah, I have a couple." And they said, "Well, we founded the company. They're from Orange County,
So
where I was
cool.
down in LA." And I said, "Man, I got to do a disc golf show." And then Wes said, "You know, this guy Steve's really into it. Let's get him on the air and talk about what." It's not a subculture anymore. That's the thing. It's very ordinary. Isn't there something like 3,000 disc golf
smoke it
courses?
all.
And how many disc golf courses opening every day? Like 5 or 6?
I couldn't, don't quote me on that. I'm not sure, but I know what I've witnessed is there is so much more support between shops that are doing well now because there's more of a market base for sure. And then the cities and communities and everybody getting involved, donating land. I mean, it's crazy.
So explain the sport for me really quickly for people who are unfamiliar.
Well, I mean, basically just like golf.
Totally. Not really.
Well, as far as just like the rule structure, you're driving, you've got a certain amount of throws you need to get it in.
But you're using a disc and not a golf club.
Yep.
But the discs do have different dimensions to them.
Oh, 100%. Yeah,
or shapes.
Absolutely.
I actually see some of these dimensions sitting around me right now.
Yeah, for sure.
What do we got going on back there? Let's see.
Yeah, well, so you've got a driver, you've got a mid-range, and you've got a putter.
You can compare it to, regular golf a lot. You do have different ones that do different things. You're making it to the hole in a certain amount. If you don't make it that far, you're knocking points off your score. You're going negative or positive. Yeah.
And it's not called a hole. It's called a basket.
It's a basket, yeah.
And it looks like a metal, like kind of almost like a round circular thing with hanging chains.
Yep.
And then it catches the disc in it.
Yep, totally. Something to slow it down. If you actually hit it, then you'll be able to fall into the basket.
But just like golf, accuracy is key. It's paramount. And it's a hell of a lot harder than it looks. And just like a golf swing, and we're going to compare it to golf a lot because it's called disc golf. That's a difficult swing to master.
For sure.
Right? That's why the pros make the big bucks.
Yep.
It's not that different with the discs because there's a certain technique to throwing the disc. And it's kind of like holding it high when you sling it, keeping it level.
Yep.
And keeping it straight and following through is the key. And that's how you get that difference of 30 to 40 to 50 yards with another guy who throws. Because you go out there and you'll throw as hard as you fucking can. And I've thrown the Frisbee on the beach before. I know how to throw a disc.
Totally.
Maybe even played a little, what's it called? Where you throw
Ultimate Frisbee.
Yeah. Thank you.
Absolutely, yes. All things Frisbee are
so
dope,
it's a tough sport, and the dudes who are good at it are playing a couple times a day.
For sure. The tech, it's like one of those things. Like if you don't bowl all the time, you're never going to get better. Like you really got to put in the effort and hone in on your craft, and like that's where getting into knowing what the discs do, because they've got all the different numbers. So you've got your speed, your glide, your turn, and your fade, and they're all marked with different numbers, and that's basically like what the thickness of this outer rim is going to determine your speed.
I was noticing that as they're all stacked here on the table. You can check that out on YouTube at Leaf Life Podcast.
Yeah, totally.
Yep, and you can see their thickness is different. That's the biggest, the color and then also the thickness of the ring around is what I'm noticing.
Definitely. Most of these are drivers that I brought, but I did bring one putter. This is the one that came out of my bag, but you can see how there is no rim.
More
Very
traditional.
different.
There
Looks
is no
more
rim
like a
on this
lid,
one.
that one.
Yeah, totally.
And
this
the
one's
putters
for putting, short range. You don't need to put the pepper on it.
So how many different clubs or discs? 3? Just dry, or is there something I'm missing?
I mean, they all kind of fall into different categories. Like you definitely have your drivers. You got your long ones. You could have what you would call like a mid-range or a fairway driver. You can have a straight mid-range or a putter.
Yeah.
And then there's degrees of like, what the different putters come in. You got putters that do actually want to go longer that you could throw because they act differently, based on where you're playing and what the course looks like. You could say, I do want to get down there, but I can't really put something down there that'll do a full helix and get through. So if you got like a straight shot through some trees, you can usually get a putter to bend pretty far and like kind of arc it out, get it to UFO down and straight. Where a lot of these other discs, what they do is they're fighting and they're trying to go a certain direction based on the aerodynamics. So, between the speed, how hard you can throw that disc to get it to do what it wants to do. The glide is going to be how much it wants to go like up in the air or if it wants to stay lower.
Drift.
They're fighting gravity.
100%. It would be so fun to just nerd out on aerodynamics and design discs.
And the trees are the problem. Trees are tough. You've got lakes.
Well, it's part of it, yeah.
You lose discs all the time, and these things are like $20 a pop. You don't want to lose your disc. But the dynamics are very similar to golf.
100%. Yeah.
Which is the beauty of it.
It's so fun.
They've just taken, and that's the culture. They've kind of taken golf and made it stony.
Well, it's affordable.
And it's free.
way more affordable than I mean a golf club is hundreds of dollars.
Totally.
For a decent golf club. You can get a starter set for under $1,000, but it costs money to go on green fees. Most of the disc golf places I've played at have been free. They're just in a park.
100%.
And you can take any park and install 7 or 8 or 9 or however many baskets.
Yep.
And then suddenly you have a disc golf course in the middle of everything else going on.
Family friendly, dog friendly. Yeah.
Love it.
Totally.
Very urban.
And interesting.
Wookiee friendly.
With our
It has been forever.
economy,
But I see more different folks. Back in the day, it was definitely like everybody was smoking. Everybody had a 6-pack walking through. But man, like I bring my dog out solo sometimes and just play runs where me and him just try to do it as fast as we can and run through.
That's another
That's
thing. You're
awesome.
out in nature. That's the best part of golf. But this is different. It's
For sure.
It's there's less control. There's less parameters and borders. And with golf, when dudes are taking too long on the hole in front of you, I've been in part of groups and there's a lot of drinking in golf as well. And guys get mean. They're like, get the fuck off the green in front of us or whatever. With disc golf, it's
I've
everybody's
never
like
seen that
high-fiving.
Never seen that happen. It's always like, you want to play through? I'm going to roll it up. Yeah, you guys go ahead. Yeah. Totally. It's all love.
Love it.
All love.
And it's been going 25 years. You've been in it for 25 years.
I mean,
where did it start?
Man, so wish I could say I could tell this story perfectly. I think there was a dude named Steady Ed who they started playing it, stoner guys, and they were playing it with normal frisbees, and they were just throwing it into
Garbage
rigged up
pans.
baskets or whatever. Yeah, and that's where it all began. I mean, yeah, just some dudes made a new sport.
Where?
And
NorCal?
definitely, like when I was living in Mendocino County, like I started playing first at Stillicum in Tacoma, and then I moved to NorCal
Washington.
and had my brother move out there, and he obviously had the fever, so he knew where every course was, and so we went out to play the Steady Ed course, and I think it's in Lake County. Like, yep.
Did you tell him that the only prescription is cowbell?
Steady Ed?
He had the fever, brother. All right.
Sorry.
Steve, now it's time for you to play Who Said What.
I know that for me too, man. I'm like,
Got him.
Now, just to clarify.
What? Who said that?
Let's find out.
What? Who said that?
Who said
Okay.
what?
That's what who said.
All right, brother. I'm going to give you a quote, and you have to tell me which professional athlete said it.
Shit.
You know anything about football, baseball, that kind of shit?
There could be a little, I don't know. Not going to act like I do, but let's go. I'm
Okay.
excited.
Hey,
Let's
that's the
go.
right
Yeah,
answer.
yeah.
Because guess what? You're not going to know anyways. Just play along, bro.
I love it.
let's go.
Who said what? The three athletes are Jerry Rice. You know who he is? Okay. I think he's the all-time pass receiver leader in the NFL. Terry Bradshaw. Do you know who he is?
Yes.
Okay.
He's a reality TV star.
And
I guess he played football.
for the Steelers. And Alex Rodriguez.
Okay.
You know A-Rod?
A-Rod, yeah.
Okay. 3 professional athletes, 3 quotes. Who said what?
Okay.
Number 1. I feel like I'm the best, but you're not going to get me to say that. Jerry Rice, Terry Bradshaw, or Alex Rodriguez? A-Rod.
Hard.
Wait, did you just give me the answer?
No.
Oh,
Which
okay,
one said it?
Okay, got you. Okay.
I feel like I'm the best, but you're not going to get me to say that.
I could hear like Terry Bradshaw saying that because he's got a pretty good sense of humor, but I mean, I don't know if he considers himself that. Jerry Rice.
Correct.
Because yeah, he's humble. I don't think he would have. Yeah, he doesn't
Nice
put off
guy.
that vibe, but he
Wow.
was.
Really breaking it down, bro.
Yes.
It's like we're on a game show. All right, number 2.
Yeah, I got one. I wasn't expecting to get one.
Number 2. I may be dumb, but I'm not stupid.
It's a good one.
Jerry Rice, Terry Bradshaw, A-Rod.
Terry Bradshaw.
He is right.
I could hear
2
him
for
saying
2.
that. I saw he was an
Wow.
announcer too. I mean, he was
Yeah.
doing all the
That's right.
commentary shows and
That's
stuff.
it.
So
He's
yeah,
great.
Oh, his personality's out there for
He's
sure.
a real person.
I like him.
That's what you're going to look like when you
You're good
shave
at
the
this,
skull,
man.
bro.
Fuck yeah.
You got the mullet in the back.
Fuck yeah.
Just like Terry Bradshaw.
Let's
All right.
go.
And number 3. Therapy can be a good thing. It can be therapeutic. It's Jerry Rice, Terry Bradshaw, or
I mean,
A-Rod.
A-Rod did go through some controversial stuff, so maybe he did. Yeah, I mean, is it going to be that easy? It's A-Rod? Is he left
Yes!
to? Yeah, okay, yeah. Cool. They all
Nice.
made sense. Yeah, I guess I did know enough
Straight up
about
knocked
the
it out
folks.
the
Yeah,
park, bro.
that's really cool. It made me feel good.
Yay.
If you want to discover cannabis news, reviews, entertainment, and culture, and explore every single Leaf magazine at your convenience, search leafmagazines.com. Coming up in our second segment, we'll dive into slinging weed and how cannabis and disc golf go hand in hand. Literally. And we'll spin AJ's wheel again. Party continues in just a sec with Leaf Life.
Aw, yeah.
These products have intoxicating effects and may be habit-forming.
Marijuana can impair concentration, coordination, and judgment.
Do not operate a vehicle or machinery under the influence of this drug.
There may be health risks associated with consumption of these products.
For use by adults 21 and older.
Keep out of the reach of children.